Earlier this year, we did a bit of work with Target, the clothing multi-category department store retailer. And we've shared these results with Target. We spent a day with them going through the results, so you're not seeing anything they don't know, and they've given us permission to share this with you. So what we did is we got a whole bunch of Australians, 1,600, to do a bunch of generic searches in Target's key categories. Things like, in this case, kids' clothing, but also women's clothing and toys and all sorts of other categories. And then we divided that group of 1,600 Australians into 3 sets. And what we did is changed this sponsored link at the top of the page. So 1/3 of those people saw an ad for Target's kids' clothing. Come into store, have a look, great range, blah, blah, blah. The second group of 3 saw ads for Big W. Again, in that sponsored link position. Again, very similar message. We didn't want to test the actual creative message, just wanted to test that position. And then the third set of people didn't see any ad in that top sponsored link. And then we measured the difference between those 3 sets of groups to understand what role online plays in brand awareness. And I just want to pause a little bit on this page because this actually presents the major opportunity for retailers in Australia. You'll see here that Target, a well-known brand name, gets great unprompted brand awareness, is challenged by global competitors such as 10inthebed.com.au, ittybittybottoms.com.au, the sort of retailers that really keep Lorna Inman awake at night. You know, how am I going to cope with rosieposy.com.au? And this is the opportunity, the multi-channel opportunity for people with well-known brand names, because people know you already. So when they see you in this position, they go, you're the guy for me, bang, I want to talk to you. You get tremendous click-through on that particular top sponsored position. So what we did is we measured a whole different sort of brand metrics and brand recall, and we'd love to share you with these results with you in more detail, but I'll go through just a couple here. Now the control group there is people that there was no ad in the top sponsored position, and they correctly remembered they hadn't seen Target. Target didn't come up in the rest of the page, so they correctly remembered that was not the case. Now for those people who saw a Target ad, were shown a Target ad, they got a 28% brand recall. And that's before they've clicked through the site, before they've seen the Target website, before they've gone to a Target store, before any of that stuff's happened, just a straight unprompted recall, 28% of people remembered. Now let's go and see what that could mean in terms of commercial opportunity. We know that in 2008, we did this study in January, so we used the 2008 numbers, the top 200 words in kids' clothing were searched about 14 million times. So there's 14 million opportunities for Target to remind people, yeah, we've got kids' clothing. Now, Target didn't show up online for any of those searches. The maths here is a bit tricky. Because they didn't show, they got 0 million opportunities to talk to those people. Now, if they had shown, just simply shown up in that top sponsored link before people click through, before the site, because of that 28% recall that people have, that would have been 4 million opportunities to talk to people and say, yeah, we've got kids' clothing. Now, the question, and we talk to the people at Target quite a lot, and the thing that they grapple with and we're helping them work through is, where else can you find 4 million people who've said, yeah, I want to have a look at what you've got? Sorry, it's not 4 million people, it's 4 million opportunities, because some of these people are doing multiple searches, so it's not directly matched to numbers of people. But it's a very large group of people who stuck their hand up and said, I want kids' clothing, what do you got for me? And at the moment, they're meeting rosieposy.com.au and Itty Bitty Bottoms. People they'd never heard of, but are being brought back online as part of that consideration set. And that's the risk for Target. They do these great TV ads, and then off it goes somewhere else. So what can you do about that? And we really encourage this idea. I hadn't heard the term before, but I think it's a great one, perpetual beta, and really testing and learning, and definitely advise you to work with the specialists in these areas to help you do that. We know that generic searches matter, and I'm going to follow through on this digital camera idea. We know that Canon digital camera, for example, gets searched about 165,000 times a month, but digital camera alone gets searched 1.5 million times. Now, if you're Canon, and Canon does do a good job, they come up in both these searches because they understand this balance between generic and branded. So they make sure that when people aren't quite yet converted to a Canon digital camera, at least they can still be aware that there is a Canon offer for them. And you can find out these numbers yourselves. We've got this keyword tool. It's completely free. Don't need any login, don't need any account, none of that stuff. Go and have a look on Google for the keyword tool, and you can use this tool here, plug in the different keywords that you're interested in, your brand names, your categories, the names of the products you sell, and you can see how often Australians are searching for these items. So straight away you get a view of Should I be talking about digital camera or Canon digital camera, or Sony digital camera, or Nikon, or whatever brand names it happens to be? Should I be talking about dresses or cocktail dresses, or prom dresses, or school formal dresses? What are the different language and terms I should be using to make sure I can cut through with consumers? We really encourage you to use this keyword volume tool to get a sense of that. Because what we know in category after category is that people search generically much more than they search for brands, and you can have a look at this data later. The other tool that would be useful, that is useful for retailers, is this Insights for Search. Again, it's completely free. You don't need to log on. You don't need an account. You can do it at home. You can use our Insights for Search tool to understand when people are searching. So the previous tool, the keyword tool, told you how many. This one tells you when. And what I've done here is it's a pretty obvious example of flowers. And you can see we get, across the course of the year, 2 big spikes for flowers. One at Valentine's Day, and one on Mother's Day. So you can use this for your categories, for your brands, see when different people are looking for the products you sell, and you can use this to then shape the rest of your marketing campaigns. Now, not only does Insights for Search provide you with that timing data, you also get great insight into what people are searching in relation to this category. So you can check out which category they're searching for. You can check out whereabouts in the country they're searching. So maybe you're getting tremendous cut through. In this case, for some reason, digital cameras are very popular in the Northern Territory. Who knew that? But if you're a multi-state retailer, you can use this to say, actually, maybe I should be doing a bit more work up in the Northern Territory. And then you can use that to shape the rest of your marketing campaigns. Maybe I do want to get that Sunday paper supplement in the Northern Territory. Maybe I do want to buy some space on ntnews.com.au and talk to those guys in display. So you can use this to see where people are going and how they're looking for your products. So I know that I've rattled through that pretty quickly. In summary, and these are the facts that I think you should accept and then work out what you're going to do with them. Your shoppers are researching online before they come into your store. You do it yourself, guess what? So do the rest of your shoppers. And we know that shoppers look for generic solutions before they look for brands. They're looking for dress and fashion before, and I have to say it, before they look for Metallica's dress, they look for dress. So the question is for the Metallica's people, how do you make sure that they find you when they're looking online? My colleague Sam and I will be here for the rest of the morning, and we've got a panel, so very happy to have any questions. Feel free to drop me an email. This presentation will be distributed. Hopefully you've enjoyed the experience this morning with the Google brand. I wish you well for Christmas. Thank you.